being in the patrilineal society and due to the cultural barriers that we have due to gender role, where women are supposed to be at home to take care of homes or maybe have children, as it is indicated in our societal beliefs and cultural beliefs. So most women, they never took taking part in leadership as their contribution towards the nation building together with the counterparts, the male. The cultural barriers that prevent women from participating in leadership includes the part that young women or girls have been forced to marry at an early age. So these are some of the hostile cultures that we have that is affecting women to even take part in participating in leadership, because all the culture knows is that a woman is supposed to grow up and prepare for marriage and have children and take care of her home. So some other cultural barriers also include women have low self-esteem, because right from their childhood they are not given a chance to speak up, whether in family meetings or in public, where they can easily express themselves and learn how to lead. Because of that, even after growing up, it is very difficult for such a woman or such a lady to quickly pick up and start participating or having the ability to have public speaking skills. There's so many beliefs around the culture sometimes prevent them, gives them fear. The fear of the fact that politics is a bad thing. Politics is dirty. Structurally, we have legal frameworks, locally, internationally. These laws kind of remain in the books. Women have not benefited from it.
We face a lot of challenges, especially you look at the cultural norms that we have, where a woman is not supposed to stand publicly or also stand up before men and start speaking at a high tone. They will look at you like someone who has no morals, somebody who is spoiled. You don't stand or you don't speak to a man when you're looking at the man's face. That is one. Or you don't stand up and then you want to put a point across. It's believed that women are kept in the kitchen, are kept to bring what they have to bring to their husbands, are kept to bow down. Our upbringing is not about speaking out our minds. As girls, you have to be somewhere behind. And the nearest example is that, let me put an example, if there's a ceremony, you'll realize that it is the men who will be speaking. And then later they will remember, Nuswan Alfi Behinak Defizol Alendukalam. And they give very few seconds for you to be able to express or to say something. And if you say something, make sure that this thing does not cross or doesn't go against what their belief is. You don't have powers to say what you have to say.
Our cultures are tying us back. Most of the women believe that they are not supposed to work in office, they are not supposed to be in politics. Women are not given upper hand. Of course, we do have the 35% affirmative action, but in reality it is not being implemented. The women are afraid of going for their positions. The level of education for women, it becomes very difficult for them to participate in politics. And sometimes, most of the women are elected on the tickets of their husbands. It's not that they were the option at first, but they become the second option. It was a bit difficult for some of us, especially the young women, to take up whatever roles we wanted to because of the fear of the unknown, because of also the fear that we might be intimidated and the feeling that we were not capable of doing whatever we want to do, especially in politics.
Women face a lot of challenges beginning from home. A woman is not supposed to speak up in a public. Her position is only in the family or the kitchen, because they believe the public space is for men and not for the women. There is no equal representation. Another thing is the social or the societal expectations. What the society expects of us women. A woman is expected to be just a wife material, and all the respects that the society needs. She's supposed to what? She's supposed to respond to those. The culture guides us, yes, but the expectation of the society of us is too much. Women are not supposed to do certain things. Women are not supposed to speak in the public. My role as the manager here, I face a lot of challenges. For example, I have male counterparts, and sometimes when you have something to do, they will be like, for you, you have someone who is supporting you financially. So why do you have to work very hard for this? So this sometimes discourages.
Our natural cultures made women to think that they are not capable to do leadership job. The issue is because our traditional cultural beliefs before are not more focusing on giving women chance for education. They were mostly thinking of boys. For them, they take women as a source of wealth. And in other areas, they think when women are sent to school, they will get spoiled and they will not get married, where they will not receive whatever they felt they are going to get as a source from these women.
We have been facing a lot of challenges, like the gender stereotype. You will feel you really want to go for a certain political position or leadership role, but because of how a woman is seen by men, it diverts us. It makes us not to participate, because we are always looked at as inferior. We are looked at as people who are not competent enough. There are some positions that they say it is good for men, of which this really suppresses us so much. We also have harassment. Women are always harassed. You find that when you've already attained maybe a certain position, or even before attaining that position, a man will come to harass you. Why do you want to go for that position? Why do you want to compete with men? We are always harassed. Now, after being harassed, we fall back. The society looks at a woman not to be capable of doing something. The society looks at a woman as not competent enough to hold a position. The society looks at a woman as somebody who is not supposed to be among men when they are talking or discussing issues, because they feel a woman is not able to give a decision. A woman is not able to lead.
But then during this campaign, most women or young women really took that interest to learn, because through the workshops that happened and through all the campaigns that took place in the radios and through other different medias, young women were able to learn a lot. And also to testify, I participated in the campaign itself, right from the workshop of it, and I really saw the zeal in the eyes of the young women and the ambitious feeling of wanting to be leaders.
Based on my experience, when I had a conversation with these women or girls around during the workshop, these girls like talking behind, off camera. They don't want to be heard. Their voices want to be under, like someone will say something and then when you come for clarity, someone dodges you. What is that? It's either culture, unaware, or they don't have self-confidence to say whatever they have mentioned to a particular person. So I think empowerment is very powerful.
I've been involved with NPC for a long time now, starting with one of the activities that was aimed to empower young women to participate in politics, and that began with mentorship for young women, and the other one was a radio talk show. It opened up a ground for women to be able to participate in any work of life that they feel like, because it impacted positively. There is that that roadmap for them, especially after the radio talk show. Some of them came personally to say that I was so afraid that maybe I will not be able to do it because my culture says this is not good for women. My culture says I cannot do this because I am a woman and my place is only in the kitchen.
I learned that policies are put to guide women's rights. For example, the 35% affirmative action, where a woman is supposed to be appointed on that percentage, and women have the right to participate in leadership and also exercise their rights in the societies. We don't have to be confined in in homes where the society says do this and you have to respond to this. Though we have the culture that guides us, but there are some things that we need to respond to. And it is through this workshop that you see women are being encouraged and motivated to participate and take on leadership positions. I was also one of those who went for the radio talk shows. So during the radio talk show, men were calling in that it's women who don't want to take up leadership roles, which means as women we have our own weaknesses. Though we are blaming the men or the society for not allowing us to take on leadership, but now what I realized that we as women, we have to take the initiatives.
Right from the time I attended the campaign workshop, and when I witnessed the way how women were boldly expressing themselves, it gives courage to me that women are picking up. With the encouragement of NPC campaign to encourage women really to come up boldly and also take their rights, not to fear men, because it is only the biological setup that differentiates us with the women. But when it goes to other thinking capability and skills, we went to the same schools, we attend the same classes, and we also pass the same test that is given both to men and women. That means we are equal. We are equal. Only that because of the biological setup, then, and also because of the cultural setup. That is why it makes women sometimes not to be bold and make.
During my interaction with them and the people who attended the campaign, I have got a lot of experience. They have been sharing a lot of their experiences. I really thank NPC a lot because they have opened up our eyes.
It has really benefited women a lot. So it should not stop where it has stopped now. So it needs to continue, which means since it is a journey, after the first phase of the campaign that has already happened, the organization need to extend it with their partners. They need to extend these trainings or this workshop, this knowledge, this awareness among women down to the grassroots through whichever means that they can. With the much awareness being created, women or young women in leadership or in politics, they do not have that fear to take the challenge, to take the chance to continue. Thank you so much.
As a South Sudanese girl and a woman, I would say a few of us have now learned, we are now empowered. We are driving away from that, given that we see we have been exposed. So we now differentiate between respect and the so-called people think you're spoiled. Right now, I have the knowledge, I'm well exposed. But I want my knowledge or whoever I am, I can stand up confidently and speak. I don't have fears. As long as I know what I'm saying is right, because I know my right. I will do anything within the bounds of my rights. What does it mean for a woman who has not gone to school? how are we going to get that knowledge to them? How are we going to make sure that we skill them, even with the little wisdom they have? How are we going to get them there? As Female Journalists Network, we really thank you so much, because UN Women was able to bring up this program, and it has helped some of us get knowledge that of course will also extend it to our other female journalists and also the journalists at large, or the media fraternity.
The impact of the campaign, open a road for women and young girls to say that I can also do it in politics. If you are to compare before the campaign and now, it's a bit different. Women are able to get the confidence, to speak in public and also to vie for other seats, even if they don't get it today, but at least I feel like they have that spirit of wanting to be there. And I would like to encourage NPC to continue with the same spirit and reach other areas of Greater Upper Nile and Greater Barel Ghazal and also Greater Equatoria, to encourage our young women particularly, to come up, to turn up and fulfill the 35% affirmative action in politics. UN Women has also worked hand in hand with NPC to support the campaign for women, by funding and also moral support. Not only that, UN Women has also been involved in training of women in the parliament. That means it's the same activity. And I would also like to thank UN Women for supporting NPC and supporting the women of South Sudan.
Attending this workshop was an eye-opener, because personally I was like, I don't want to continue in this leadership, but there are a lot of things that I got to know from this workshop and also this radio talk shows. What NPC is doing, they are doing a lot of things, and the young women are coming up because of the workshops they are offering people through the awareness that they are creating. The society is getting to know that their daughters or women can do better if they stand up and take up on leadership roles. Through these awareness campaigns and the trainings these organizations and NPCs giving to the women, it's making women to come up. I was very excited because I was selected to be part of this workshop, and also during the radio talk, so I was among those who went to NPC. We are grateful because through these awareness campaigns, women are standing up, women are taking up on leadership roles, but they need to be guided and mentored, because they cannot do on their own. Personally, I'm grateful because I've learned a lot, and I'm sure with the knowledge I got from here, I will be able to influence, because my circle and the people I have already, we are seeing changes, because people whom we have talked to and those who were engaged in this program are having the confidence, they are building themselves to stand up and also take on the initiatives that they didn't take before.
Me, I'm seeing they are more encouraged these days. As you see that day when they were participating, they participate boldly, and they are pushing up so that their voices are heard by the leadership. And I'm sure if this one is encouraged, if the campaign continues, we will build up very strong women that can lead this country to a better position. The most important thing is we want our women to be encouraged, continue to do the campaign so that the women are strengthened to come up to be side by side by men.
I am so happy because during the campaign, I saw so many members of parliament who are women. I got so happy. And from their experiences, it was not it was not an easy decision for them to take, because they went through all the factors I talked about. They went through everything to go for that position. So as a woman, you are supposed to be ambitious enough.
The strength of a woman should not be taken for granted, nor should it be misunderstood. It is not that she can, for she has proven she can. A woman is uplifted by the compliments spoken, yet torn from this side of her heart being broken. The heart of a woman lies within, hides within, and cries within. Her smile comforts her pain, as she chose never to run away from the rain. The strength of a woman is revealed from the one who fell down, was knocked down, was pushed down, but yet did not stay down. Now she began to look up, get up, climb up, stay up, and stand up. The strength of a woman, do not try to misunderstand. Just know the power of a woman cannot be taken by a man. Her future holds many possibilities like a feet cape. She knows her destination without a navigation or a map. She is now the member of parliament, the CEO, the lawyer, and the best cook. Her life is observed by many, for she has written her own book, The Strength of a Woman, to push out a life and to pull a heavy load, are some of the many stories of her journey to be told through persistency, perseverance, and determination. She was able to overcome the outcome with the little income, which just show how she became a woman of strength.